So you want to see a troop carrier conversion? Well, if this is your first time, there's part 1. But this is part 2. So since you were last here, I've been doing some of this, and this, and this, and this. Which has left me with a rather nice area to start building on. Just for some comparison, here's a before and after. So why didn't I video this process? Well, nobody wants to watch paint dry, even though it would still be more exciting than a gender reveal video.
You cut that out now, or you'll go home in an ambulance.
So now that's all done, what am I doing today? Well, not a lot until I order some parts. So now that the parts have arrived, the first thing on the list is sound deadening. So this stuff is sound deadening. What does it do? Well, if you don't know, so in case you didn't know, troopies are relatively large. So I've decided not to sound deaden the entire vehicle, simply because the main cabin is already going to have its own insulated flooring, so there's no point in insulating here. So what I'll do is I'll sound deaden up to this point, which is where the front bit of the vinyl carpet ends. So those eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that I've already started. Well, the reason for this is because I've only just remembered that I could get some internet points. I'm also using 10mm foam, and as a result I'm not using a roller, because it seems pointless at this thickness. So with that progressing nicely, I can now start to put the first bit of the carpet back in. Just one thing, if you're doing this, make sure you leave all these holes here. So this one, this one, this one, and this one are seat mounts, and these ones are seat belt mounts. Amazingly, all this effort and nothing looks different. Moving on. So I guess this signifies the first bit of the interior that I've done, rather than being Toyota factory nonsense. So I'm going to carpet all of this, similarly to what I've done here. Do that all across around here, and then I'll get started on the flooring for the back, or the base of the floor anyway. So what's next on the list? Well, Now when Toyota makes these door cards, they make them out of absolute crap. It's some kind of weird wooden mix. And once they get wet for the first time, they swell, deteriorate, and become very brittle. So I'm going to remake these and hope they're a little bit better. Now I'm going to be using this stuff. This is PVC foam. It seems to be just as rigid, but it's made out of plastic rather than wood, so it'll be more waterproof and hopefully last a bit longer than Toyota's attempts.
If I can't pay the rent and keep food on the plate, well then what do I say to my girl? Like, sorry, but it didn't work. Guess I probably should have thought about dinner first, but it's not the first. I know I've been a jerk, cause I spent my whole life trying to make this shit work. Gotta focus on the green and put aside my dreams and pay every bill by any means. I can't hang with the cousin of death, cause when you're broke, there's no...
Not so bad for a first attempt. So I guess we've got to see if it fits.
So let me get carried away, so I don't get carried away to be buried and lay in the dirt. My man for what it's...
And surprise, surprise, it fits beautifully. It's almost like I planned this. So I'll get started on the other side and see how that goes.
I try to put everybody that I love first. So let me get carried away, so I don't get carried away to be buried and lay in the dirt. My man for what it's worth. I try to put everybody that I love first. And I don't make music for the masses, but I always fit a track for a casket. Though I probably never sell amounts massive, I will always try to give you something classic, and that's real, even if I'm dead broke. And I'll always be the first till the end, so I do what I can.
So that's about all I'm going to do today. I had actually hoped to get a lot more done, but progress has been pretty slow. So off camera, I'm going to carry on making the rest of these panels, and in the next video, I can start to make it look more like an annoyingly small home.
And I'll take what they're giving me and try to make a buck in this land of liberty.